All right, first day. Actual doctor yesterday was orientation. Today's my first day inside of a hospital. It's dark outside, so it's clearly early, and I definitely need to get used to waking up like this again. So obviously very nervous. I start on internal medicine wards, so getting thrown into the deep end for sure. I have the night team check off that I'm headed to right now. It is currently around 6 a.m. And so this is the beginning of basically the rest of my life. So I'm excited and nervous and all the things above. But without further ado, let's go and learn how to be a doctor. Just got nighttime checkout for our team, and now I'm gonna chart check patients pre-round, get to know my patients, and then we're gonna, round, work on notes, and see how the rest of the day goes.
All right, guys, I am slightly lost, slightly not. I'm gonna go check on one of my first patients. I made 2 new best friends, guys. These are my best friends right here.
Hey guys, shift just ended, super tired. I will catch up with you in the car or either at home. All right guys, we are done with the first day of intern year. It honestly, I guess I could say there was no surprises, but I just felt like I was still ambushed, and I don't know how that's quite possible to not be surprised, but surprised at the same time. I don't know, I just didn't know what to fully expect, though people were telling me, and it's one of those things that you kind of just have to experience to really know what people are talking about, and I guess that's the best way to describe it. I mean, I remember during 3rd year holding the phone sometimes, mostly during the 4th year, and having people call and say oh, a patient needs to speak to a doctor, and so reflexively handed it off to a resident or attending or fellow. And I think today, when I first heard it the first 2 times, I reflexively was oh, that's not me, looking for someone to hand it to. And it wasn't until a split second later I was oh, you are the doctor they're looking for. And that was just such a weird, kind of scary, but also rewarding feeling. I had people referring to me as doctor the whole day, caught myself being a little uncomfortable with it most times, probably every time. When it comes to logistics and being used to being super responsible, the closest you can get is sub-I during your 4th year, and even then it doesn't really scratch the surface fully. So I think, it was a great first day. I had a lot of great learning going on, and I still need a lot of great learning to get done, but it was definitely a busy day. I got to the hospital around 6 a.m. Didn't eat breakfast till around 9:40 because I was getting acclimated, getting to know my patients on pre-rounding and doing notes. And then I also got a lot of calls. So, I think time efficiency is something that's going to come with time. There are days where, are busier than others. You have patients who need a little bit more attention for whatever reasons. And they're all valid, obviously. But, that slows you down. And I think today was one of those days where I just got a lot of calls. I just kept telling myself the idea that you're doing all the hard stuff first, you're doing wards as your first part of intern year, and you're going to get better faster. Yeah, it's a steeper learning curve, and it's a little bit more painful of a learning process for sure, but I think I definitely surprised myself with how well I handled things, and just simply getting to talk to patients, that's the part that you really learn well during 3rd and 4th year. So I was the most prepared for that, and it was nice to see that it definitely paid off. I just gotta get better with my notes being faster, more efficient, of course not at the sacrifice of thoroughness, but it obviously will come with time. I'm going to be filming the rest of this week and showing you guys the whole week, but I want to focus on the day to give you guys a glimpse of the details of the first day of a intern, and I'm glad you guys could join me. I do have to move. I'm currently in the moving process. My apartment looks a mess, So I'll do some moving. But for right now, I will see you guys on the next episode of MedHead.